The 49ers are now 2-1 on the season after their loss to Green Bay and are now, if I'm right, third in the NFC West. Now, before the game Sunday night, I saw this stat, right? In which the 49ers under Shanahan have not won a game after being on the East Coast for 2 weeks, right? And my first thought was, well, this would be the perfect game, right, to end that stat, right? Being relevant, right? I was proven wrong, all right? Let me make something clear about this game, right? This game was a team loss. You can't put blame on one side of the ball. You can't put blame on one person. You can't put blame on a unit, right? Or you can't even put blame on just one singular coach, right? The fact is, the 49ers did not play a full 60-minute game of football. So let's just get into this game, right? My thoughts as well onto this game, right? I feel for a loss is the best thing to do is talk about the negatives because like there isn't that much positive, but there is a little bit of positive, and I will get to that because I want to end this right on a bright note, right? So let's see what we got here. What we got before this game, it was announced Green Bay was going to be starting their third string left tackle, right? And in the line, two other rookies, right? You tell me this before the game, I was gonna be like the D line was gonna dominate. I was around like there was no good pass rush this entire game. When it came to the starting D line, right? The only one that was close to getting to Aaron Rodgers the most this game was Nick Bosa, who on average was around 4.33 yards from Rodgers. The average in the NFL is 4.52. And some people will talk about how fast Rodgers, threw the ball. That is a perfectly good explanation as to why the pass rush was like this, all right? But this is a 11-man deep D line, right? With so many different looks and varieties that DeMeco Ryans can give this line to generate pressure and sacks. But we have a D lineman. It was either Contavious Street or D4 playing looking like a linebacker out there. That doesn't help when you're going against a Hall of Fame quarterback. And like here's the reason why the D line it frustrated me this game, right? There is a big cornerback situation right now with the 49ers. K1 barely played this game. He has a calf injury, right? Josh Norman, he went out of this game with a chest problem, had blood in his lung, but supposedly he's playing Wednesday. I don't know what the freak is happening there. So, but like one thing that did frustrate me with the corners was they were never looking at the ball, and like that's just you're calling yourself out for PI in my opinion when you're not looking at it. And these refs were thrown for PI, front flags for PI a lot on both sides. And we're not even gonna get into the refs, all right? Refs are part of the luck of winning a football game, but like both sides had that effect, all right? And speaking of defense, DeMeco Ryans needs to learn quick, all right? Like all game, you could tell when it was man or zone. And I get that playing against Rodgers and Adams will never be an easy thing. But come on, that last drive was so frustrating because playing prevent defense when all Green Bay needed was a field goal, all right, to win is never going to be smart play calling. It will never be, all right, in my opinion. And like we've been having this problem for 2 weeks of late scoring touchdowns and passes from the Eagles and Lions for crying out loud. And the Eagles look freaking normal out there. And we on Monday, this video is going out Tuesday, right? Hopefully Tuesday, right? So anyway, yeah. But here's the thing, right? I just criticized this defense, but they were the closer unit to playing a full game. The offense is an entirely different story, all right? Here's the thing with this offense. It was resilient thanks to the defense. The only time Green Bay scored more than the Niners was the first quarter. That's it. The offense has the firepower to go against Green Bay. But it didn't start that way going against Green Bay. You can't start a game with 3 punts and an interception. And there's a lot of blame for that when it comes to this offensive performance. Let's start with the O-line. Green Bay came into this game with only 2 sacks and without their leading pass rusher. They sacked Jimmy 4 times. Now here's the thing. Jimmy was having his own problems this entire game, all right? And I will get to that. But an O-line performance like that does not help Jimmy or the run offense, all right? And speaking of the run game, right? This was the first game I was like, you cannot plug in any running back and it will work. And that doesn't mean Trey Sermon's a bad running back. No. I just think he's not the right guy right now that works with what Kyle's trying to do. Like Kittle and Juice seem to be more effective in outside runs than Sermon. And I think Sermon is still trying to learn, right? That's part of this, right? He's still trying to learn. But like, I feel Sermon will be better once Kyle tries to run inside, the line itself and not outside it. Okay, let's talk Jimmy G. You see, I'm a big Jimmy G supporter, right? If he's what Kyle thinks is the best option to win right now, I will support that, right? And I honestly don't think the fans. There is criticism to give Jimmy G more than what people in the 49ers community think is wrong with him, if that makes sense, right? But let's talk about this. Jimmy G is the one, besides for Kyle Shanahan, is the most important part of getting this offense to work, right? And he didn't do his job in the first half. He had 2 turnovers. One, I'm not mad about. The Twitter was killing him for not throwing deep, right? Out of it, meaning no matter what, the 49ers did score, which they did after the fumble, right? All Green Bay needed still was a field goal. Didn't matter if they went for 2 after or not. It's just since 3 was costly due to that fumble, right? And there is a case that Jimmy got found out by Green Bay this game, honestly. They basically destroyed all yak possibilities with the way they played and the way asked Jimmy to throw deep. And I'm not the best guy to say if Jimmy can fix this or not, right? So I think I'm a bit done talking negatively about Jimmy, right? Because here's the thing, he still, in the end, tried to give the 49ers team a chance to win. And you don't want that to just be the thing Jimmy is known for, giving us a chance to win when he should just be winning it in general, not just being clutch. And now I just want to talk about what Kyle did in this game. Don't get me wrong, Kyle is the best offensive play is one of the best offensive play callers in the NFL. And then right now, he's the only guy I can imagine to coach this 49ers team. But the way he handled the offense was so questionable, all right? For a guy known for his fantastic first drives, they came into this game flat after the run game started to fail. All right. Look, it took a kickoff, or it may have been a punt return, right, for us to get to the red zone in the first half. That's not what you expect from Kyle. And then he comes into the second half, right, and he adjusts perfectly. Why can't you do that as your first quarter, right? Why can't you call this good-looking offense in the first, right? in which you had all these different running attacks, right? You had Kittle running, you had Debo running, you had Juice running, and all that type of stuff. And they almost won because that play calling, right? But like, why does it take to the second half for Ayuk and Kittle to get you know targets? Like, I love Debo Samuel, right? He's one of my favorite wide receivers right now in the NFL, right? But like, I understand more that Ayuk and Kittle are what you need for your big points, right? They're your playmakers, right? Or they're supposed to be, right? But like, he doesn't want to use these weapons at first. Like, I, here's the thing: Kittle and Ayuk may be open, right? But they may be open in a way that is not Jimmy's strong suit, right? Kyle knows what Jimmy is strong at, but he's put Kittle and Ayuk on routes that Jimmy may not want to hit, right? He may want to hit Sanu more with the way you call routes for Kittle and Ayuk, and then Kittle and Ayuk. If that makes sense, right? Like, I know I'm out of my league, right? When it comes to talking about Kyle's plans, but what I do know is that the offense looked better when Kittle and Ayuk got targeted more. Also, two more things, right? I know Kyle has this plan to develop Lance, but come on, Kyle, use your athletes if you have an advantage, right? Lance should be an advantage for you, right? He can throw it deep. He can run. You had no run game and you didn't want to use Lance more. And then the fourth one, right? Here's the thing about that. Right? Aaron Rodgers, that quarter, right, could have scored whenever. Didn't matter if you punted. Didn't matter if you went for it and lost, right? And converted, right? So why not go for it, right? And here's the thing about it. You went for it, 4th and 1, on the goal line with 2 seconds left with Lance. Why can't you do another play like that, right? Anyway, let's end this video on a high note. There are a little bit of positives, right, to this game, and I wanted to talk about that. Here's the thing about Green Bay was in the NFC Championship game last year, and we almost won by if Green Bay doesn't get into field goal zone, right? And good job on San Francisco, right, for keeping this resiliency, right? I feel this was a test in showing, can you hang with an NFC contender, right? Because Green Bay for the past 2 years have had perfect chances to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. And the 49ers almost won, right? And since the RB room was basically depleted this game, Juice had himself a good game, all right? And I wish it didn't have to come to the running back room getting depleted for Juice to have good games. Because he's probably one of the better route runners on his team, and he has the chemistry with Garoppolo. I honestly think that. Another thing I will say is a bit of a homer thing. Trent Williams is the best left tackle in the game. Without him, that first TD does not happen. Also, Ayuk's out of the doghouse now. he was like 60 snaps out of a possible 70 offensively. Also, the best positive about this, right? There's 14 more games to play. The 49ers still have time to fix this. There's still a way to find a way to fix this offense. There's still room for D'Amico Ryans to improve his defense. There's so much this 49ers team can improve on, right? It's just, can they and will they, right? And I feel they will with 14 games left. And that will do it. Anyway, yeah, this will do it. Talk to you guys at a later date. I don't know if I'll be here for a week 4 recap. I will try my best to be here for that, but honestly, I do not know at this point for some reasons that I will not get into right now. But if not, I have another video coming out, which will be the Lance video, right? About how Kyle is trying to play this situation, right? Because there's a bunch of ways Kyle can play the situation with Lance. and it's like a changing topic that I won't get into right now because I want to end this video right. Anyways, talk to you guys later.